In this video, I am going to show you how to apply a coat of sealer to the finished microcement. Now, in the previous video, we sanded back the second coat of microcement and we've got it really nice and smooth. The first thing that we've got to do now, though, is just to take off any excess dust that might be sitting in any sort of almost microscopic pores. And that is to ensure that the sealer bonds efficiently with the microcement. So let's get going. As before, just a quick hoover off. So let's move on to the application of the sealer. Now, having hoovered off, what I want to do is just get a damp cloth and just rub that over the surface. And that's going to do two things. It will take off the final amount of dust that's been left on when you're hoovering, and also wets up the surface, obviously, as you can see. And that just means that when you first apply the sealer, it's not going to just sort of splash stain anywhere, and it means that you won't have to work as hard and as quickly to get the sealer to spread around. So that's dampened down, there's no dirt on that cloth, so I'm happy that all the dust has come away. Now for the sealer, you're going to need a roller and a roller frame. I would recommend for smaller projects using a 4-inch or 100mm high density foam roller. You're going to need the sealer. Now I've mixed this up as per the sealer instructions. Always follow the instructions on our website. And you're going to need some kitchen towel, which will mop up any extra sealer when you're applying it. So very simple. Pour the sealer on and then just start working it around. Make sure you're getting good coverage. Doesn't matter if it pools whilst you're putting it on there, because we'll take the excess off in a moment. But in the first stage, just make sure that you've got the sealer covering all of the surface. Now, if you're doing this in your kitchen or any other area where you've got furniture or flooring or anything like that could get damaged, make sure that you tape everything off. Make sure that you've got plastic on the floors or some sort of floor protector. And also if you're doing a kitchen, then down the cupboard doors, because this stuff is bomb-proof when it's gone off, and you will find that it's going to be very difficult to take off any of those surfaces without causing damage. So there we are, being nice and generous with the sealer, and I'm just going to work it around the surface for a couple of minutes, just to make sure that it's really soaking in. So I've been working the sealer into the surface for a couple of minutes now, and I'm just chasing around the material that's there. So I'm going to take the damp roller off, put a dry one on, and I'm going to start taking the sealer off. And this is where the kitchen towel comes in. Every so often, a wad of kitchen towel, and just mop up the excess. And we're going to keep doing that until we've got the thinnest of layers of sealer. Keep going and keep working it until those lines disappear. The phrase we use when applying the sealer is thin to win. Get it as thin as possible, and that will make sure that you've got a well-protected microcement, but also a sealer that's not just sat on top, it's absorbed. And that means it won't scratch off, because if it scratches off, then your microcement underneath is going to be exposed to staining. Now our sealer is applied in more than one coat, so be sure to check the instructions on our website. We have loads of resources there, but the important one to follow is the sealer PDF instructions that you can download and print out a copy and have them with you. And follow those, because formulations change and the instructions might change as time goes on. So this is how you apply it. The application will always be the same, but the mixing up might be slightly different and the ratios might be slightly different. So always make sure that you've got the latest copy of the sealer instructions for mixing up. So I'm happy now that I've taken enough excess off, and I'm going to leave this to dry. On our website, as I've said, there are instructions for the sealer. The sealer generally goes on in a number of coats, not just one single coat. There's also a curing time with the sealer, so bear that in mind, because in the first few days that sealer is not going to be full strength. It's going to take a couple of days to reach full strength. So just, if you're going to put your worktops into service straight away, then you might not want to put an item on your worktops, because it might cause there to be a stain or some sort of shadowing. So just bear that in mind. But that's pretty much the sealer application. As you can see, it's very easy. Follow the PDF instructions on our website and you will be absolutely fine. If you have any questions, obviously give us a call or send us an email, and I or one of my colleagues will help in any way that we can. Okay, thank you for watching.